Hi, my name is Alissa and I'm a plant-based cheesemaker. Some of you might be familiar with my work from an earlier incarnation, as I ran a plant-based cheese company for 10 years called Punk Rock Labs. And I'm super proud of the legacy that was started with Punk Rock Labs. And some of you who are familiar with the story would know that it started out of a wellness intention, and I was in a really bad car accident, and it started as a physical therapy project.
A car accident around the same time put her life on hold and in the hospital trying to recover while figuring out what to do next.
Initially, I was just like, okay, I could just focus on what I've lost and get really depressed, or I was just like, I'm just gonna build something around what I can do, and that was kind of the foundation for it. There was always this seed that really was at the core of Punk Rock Labs, and it was based around this wellness intention. And I think we really were taken up and accepted by the vegan audience, and we were super grateful for that. But I think there was always this core about what we were doing that wasn't necessarily widely understood during that era, and that core was really at the root of why we were doing it, why the cheese was so important. I'm really proud of the product that we put out for 10 years, and I'm really even proud of how it ended, because I think sometimes when you're the first one out there doing something a certain way, and it's like you have to take a hit sometimes to just draw attention to what you're doing, and I think we did that, we kept the fidelity to what we were doing because it meant something to us, and that might not have been the smartest business move at the time, but I think in the long term, it has drawn attention, to the reasons why we were doing things, and that was important. It was important to do that, and so I'm proud of that. I've been mostly off the grid for the last year and a half. You could say that I've been called into active duty in my other role as a real-life Asian warrior princess. So. Yeah, my dad was a decorated war hero from the Vietnam era. He flew helicopters in Vietnam, and he was wounded in combat and sent to Japan. And so that's how I met my mom. And my mom, she has dementia. My dad passed away, and he was her caretaker. So I've been kind of trying to bridge this gap in my mom's care. It really is a full circle moment for me, just because, as I mentioned, the intention behind the cheese was this wellness intention after I was in a horrible car crash, and now I'm finding myself in the same position in caring for my mom who has dementia, but the really interesting piece about all of it is that the wellness intention that was behind the cheese initially were these properties that are intrinsic to fermentation, which has been shown to have these profound wellness benefits for immune health, gut health, and brain health. There have been so many coincidences that have come to me in life that have just shown me that I was born to make cheese. This is why I was put on this earth, and I'm not gonna go down how that went, so it's just I gotta get back to making cheese. I've got so much more to say through the cheese, and there's so much more to do. This is what I was meant to do, so I gotta get back to it. So if you are interested in helping out, please spread the word to anyone who would be interested in this cheese. I'm just getting started, so I can't make the same level of capacity that I could make when we closed, but It's going to be a process, but I'm excited to be back. And if you're interested in partnering in any kind of capacity, please reach out, and I look forward to connecting.